All right. We are live. January 8th, Monday. Almost lost track which day it was. We are live, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, obviously. First live stream in about a week, but you know what? We're jumping in. We're doing it. I think we're going to look at some player props today. Maybe we'll put together a prize picks tool. We'll see where it takes us, but we'll probably be live for, I don't know, hour and a half. Get some stuff in before game time here. But yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. How we doing? Get some guppy emojis in the comments if you guys are jumping in right now. But you know what? Let's go ahead and look at some, I guess, some injury news. We can kind of just get a feel for the slate as we go through here. But Boston, Indiana, Jason Tatum ruled out, Sam Hauser out. So I already said earlier today in my NBA video that we might like some Jaylen Brown, might like some Derek White today. So we'll look into that in just a little bit here. Nothing much on the Indiana side of things. Nothing much for OKC or Washington. Bertans against his old team, not getting the go. Chicago, tons of injury news that we have here. Vucevic could be coming back. Pat Williams too. Obviously, everybody and their grandmother's ex-boyfriend out for the Hornets pretty damn much. But it's been like that for a while. Miami, game time decision here for Lowry. Butler still out. Nothing new in the Houston game here. Milwaukee, Damian Lillard and Cam Payne both out. So Beauchamp and Beasley getting that backcourt sort of bump, I guess, right? Durant game time decision. The Diabate here for the Clippers. But how we doing? We like plays tonight. We want to make a prize pick slip. You think that's the goal? A prize pick slip here? Put together a, 5-6 man like we normally do, or do we just go player props? We just start looking at player props, saying yes or no, adding them. Because I would like to, let's see if we can pull up the YouTube video from today. We already have a good amount of final plays, right? But with these injuries, I feel like there's a little bit of opportunity for us to look at something in that Milwaukee game or in the Celtics game, just, given the fact that we're looking at a team in which should be shorthanded, right? So, yeah, we'll check it out. So this is, let's see if we pop it up. This is what we got for final plays right now. Thunder minus 9.5, Bucks minus 7.5. Bought a little bit of juice there just to get some better numbers, I guess. If you will look at where these lines are now. So the Thunder up to 10.5. So we got 1 point of value there, and Milwaukee 8. So got a little bit of value there. Probably locked them in a little bit earlier than I needed to. But here are a few plays that I really do like here. DeMar DeRozan over 25.5 points plus assists. Is that the line that we got? I feel like I might have fat fingered that. Let me see what he was. I think DeMar's supposed to be 28. Let's look at what we have. Points, I think it's 28. Let me fix it. I'm glad that I caught that so you guys don't think that it's... and no one thinks that it's wrong. So under 28.5 points plus assists, because I know the line moved to 27.5 here. And I like his under and assists as well. We're kind of splitting a full unit between there. And then Bam Adebayo's unders and Alfie Sengun here. I like their unders tonight as well. But you know what? We can talk about what we want to do, guys. What do we want to jump into? Prize picks? Prize pick slip? Just player props? I think Prize Picks has kind of been the live stream move as of late, right? We like that. But you guys let me know. You guys tell me what we should roll with. Man of the people over here. It's been a while since we've been on, so we might want to go back to the basics of building up a Prize Pick slip, right? That could be the move. But you guys tell me. All right, let's get some shout-outs in the chat here. We got Jonathan. Shout-out to you. MLG. Yo, MLG, Elijah, True, Carl, Dala, Paris. Shout-out to you. Teresa, Rada, Ron, 45. Got a bunch of people in the comments already. All right, so we just want to look at some player props, huh? All right, so Prize Pick sucks. All right, let's start off. Drop some player props. We might get to making a player prop slip just so we have some sort of like tangible thing. But let's go ahead. Drop some player props in the comments. We'll start analyzing them, or I'll start giving my opinion on them as if that matters for something, right? We'll give a rating on the player prop 1 out of 10. I think we'll probably end the stream, or at least midway through the stream, putting together some sort of prize picks. That way we can have it, or we could do a parlay on FanDuel or something like that, or DraftKings. But drop some player props in the comments. Get some player props in there, and then we'll go through and just start looking at these things, okay? All right. Yo says Sengun under 26.5 points plus assists. So I like Sengun. We already talked about it earlier in the in the YouTube video. I like his under in points today, so I already like that spot, right? So let's check out Alperen Sengun. You like his under 26.5 points plus assists. So if you guys have been watching, we bet on his assists a couple times, right? And he just screwed us, only averaging 8.6 potential assists per game. So that's going to look at like 3 to 4 translated assists, I feel like, right? So we pop him up over here, head-to-head in this matchup, under 26.5. Both last year, he did play a normal minute allotment here later on in the year, but hit way under. He's a different player this year, though, but still has hit under this in 53% of games this season, right? Now, the Heat, a really good defensive team overall, the best team from a points and assist perspective via outlier right there. So I already like that spot there. If we were to rate that one, yo, I think we'll go with... out of 10, right? Alfie Sengun, under 26.5 points plus assists. I give that like an 8.6. I like that spot. I like that spot a lot. Let's see. Carl's on FanDuel. Yeah, I think we'll start off the stream at least just going through some player props and talking them through, right? We don't need to always put together a prize pick slip or something like that. I like doing that. I want to do that. We want to have like a prize pick slip or something that we can roll with, but why not kind of entertain just player props and talk through them? I guess that's what I would say. But guys, if you are watching, go ahead and smash that like button. Hit that like button as well. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Pumping some damn crowd noise. 50K. That's absurd. 50K. So shout out to you guys there. But all right, what else we got here? We got a bunch going on in the chat here. Raid is coming in with Chris Middleton under 8.5 assists. All right, let's jump back in here. So Middleton under 8.5 assists. I feel like his line, I think I saw at 7.5. So I mean, if you can get 8.5 somewhere, I almost said Kendleton. Middleton, Chris, I mixed. Yeah, so 7.5 is the line. If you can get 8.5 at, minus 165, I don't hate that whatsoever. Even look at him with Damian Lillard, right? Like Damian Lillard, last 5 without Damian, if we want to do this year alone, right? Both games under. Now, he could get 7 assists. I really don't see him going out there and getting 8 assists or 9 assists for sure. Like, even him from a volume perspective, right? He's only averaging 8.9 over his last 10 potential assists. Do we really think that jumps to like, it would need, for him to get 8 assists, it would need to jump to like 15. I don't think without Damian Lillard, he's looking at, a potential assist jump of 7, right? So even looking at this, like Damian Lillard, 9 potential assists per game. Are all of those going to go to Chris Middleton? Or is Beasley, Beauchamp, Giannis going to have these potential assists? So I like Middleton's unders today. From an assist perspective, I think he might be more involved in the scoring game, to be completely honest, but under 8.5 assists, I mean, I think that's like an 8.4 of a play as well, right in that range, but 7.5 here, probably drops like 7.9 in terms of confidence level, but I still like it nonetheless. Like, again, look at this. This is his line to that line, right? Let's do 7.5 because I think that's the more common line right now. It's actually plus money, so maybe 8.5 you are getting at a good book, but he's hit that, right? Out of his games this season, 29 of 31 games. He's only gone over twice. Without Damian Lillard, which is the big factor today, right? He's still been under that number. So it's like, are we really going to expect him in a potential blowout spot? Really expect him to go for like 9 assists? I don't think so. That could be a final play looking at that under 8.5 assists. So let's keep that on the docket. We'll add these ones that I like to the spot here. Actually, we have a Sengun one already, so we'll keep it there. But yeah, that easily could be a final play. Again, I like that. 8.5, I love. 7, still good. Just obviously a way better number and a little bit more juice. All right, shout out to everyone in here right now. Again, right now we're just kind of looking at player props. I know there's a lot of people joining. Just looking at player props. What we do with those, I might want to lock one more in for my final plays over on YouTube. We might build a prize pick slip together, but I mean, at the end of the day, and it is the end of the day, technically, right? You 9-to-5ers and whatnot. Can't we just, why am I flying? Can't we just kind of hang out and talk some basketball too? Like, I guess we don't need to put together a prize pick slip or anything like that, but we'll see where it takes us. But I love just the idea of just jumping on here, talking some basketball. My big idea, once we have more free time, is to truly like just live stream an entire day. You guys see all the behind the scenes of the work that goes into the picks and blah, blah, blah. And, you're chatting, we're getting ideas like literally an entire day. Much like, I guess, like a lot of like gaming streamers and whatnot would just kind of stream all day long. Similar to that, but for sports betting. How great could that be, right? All right, let's get into a couple more of those. Rada, I like that Middleton one there. Shout out to everyone in here, guys. Hit that like button. We're going to try and go through. Again, if I fall behind in the chat, I may just have to jump to some more updated comments, but feel free to comment your comment again. Just don't be a dweeb about it, right? If you see me get into someone in the chat that commented after you, just ask yours again. We'll keep it going. Tyler Hero over 22.5 points. So Tyler Hero obviously is a guy that if you're looking at, I don't really ever like Tyler Hero's unders. Okay, I'll say that because he does have that sort of like, wow, he can just make you feel like an idiot for taking an under ability, right? So yeah, I definitely like that move. But let's see what this is looking at here. So he's been inconsistent, but again, even if you're looking at this, it's like I don't want to necessarily take his unders. No Kyle Lowry could be a thing, but let's just act like Kyle Lowry is playing for now. So we're going to say shooting guard because Tyler Hero is going to get a lot of run at point guard. Over 22. What has he done against Houston? So he's gone against them his last 2 times. He's dropped some buckets. I guess we'll throw in Lowry. That's probably smart to do. Just assuming that Kyle Lowry may be out, right? He's not ruled out yet. Don't get confused here, but okay. Look at that. This year, when Kyle Lowry doesn't play, I'd love to see what his usage jumps to. But he's hit this in 3 games, though, Kyle Lowry. And Kyle Lowry comes back, right? And all of a sudden it's under. So when he gets that role of more of a ball handler, I like that spot. So I would say Tyler Hero over 22.5 points. I don't mind. But let's wait to see that Kyle Lowry news. Without Kyle Lowry, I think that's a good pick. I probably roll that in at like a 7.6 level of confidence out of 10, right? So we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Yo says Bam has been dominating against centers. I like Alfie Sengun's unders and Bam's under in scoring today as well. Those are 2 centers that are going to make each other work like you read about. And I just don't think that either one of them have this like crazy offensive game. Let's see. 40 saying DeRozan 21.5 points. Over under. What should we look into? Drew Holiday under 5.5 assists. So Drew Holiday, no Tatum, right? Let's check that out. Because no Tatum, no Hauser here. Drew Holiday gets a little bit of that bump. He's going to have more of an opportunity, but not necessarily in the assist department, right? You'd think no Tatum means one less guy for Holiday to pass to. Let's check his potential, too, in his last 10 here. So Drew's averaging 8.7 potential assists. And he's averaging 5 assists on that, which is even a strong, like, correlation. You know what I mean? Like, that's a pretty strong, almost say 9 and getting 5. That's over 50%. His assists here, sitting at 5.5, and we're looking at under, right? Is that what? Yeah, under 5.5, so a little bit of juice. He's hit this in 66% of games this year, going up against Indiana, which would be my hesitancy type of spot. But again, like, look at, he's hit it on all 3 games against Indiana, but that's such a high-paced game, right? Without Jason Tatum here, this year he's hit it in 1 of 2 games. Last game he didn't even come close. That was just a week or so ago, right? Yeah, that's an interesting one. That one I don't necessarily mind, but it's like I don't have enough data that I'd like to see without Jason Tatum. And Jason Tatum is obviously such a used guy on that team that it's like, what do we see from a perspective of Holiday's, I guess usage, never mind someone to pass to or blah, blah, blah. It's like, if he's going to be just holding the ball a lot more, potentially way more room for assists to come, right? Guys, if you want the tool that I have that I'm showing right now, I'll drop that in the comments. It is the Outlier tool, guys. You get 7 days free. I'll drop it in the comments. Seven days free with that link, guys. This tool is absolutely goated. Let's see what else we got. We're going to have to jump ahead in the comments. You guys are just killing it. But again, more comments the merrier. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'm glad that we're back on here live streaming. We took like a week off after starting it. But I also want to say, so on our channel right now, guys, on the Guy Boston Sports YouTube channel, I have a poll out. So go to the Guy Boston channel, then go to the community tab. In fact, I could probably drop that in the comments as well for all you lazy sons of bitches, because we know everyone is, right? Go to this, guys. Scroll down a little bit. and you will find a poll that we're running right now for what night we'll do a live stream, because I want to do more and more live streams, but I want at least one dedicated night per week that we can count on a live stream. If I can go live multiple times a week, let's do it. Let's hammer it. But it's pretty much a close race right now between what looks like Monday night, like tonight, and Thursday night there. So right now, 99 votes. We can definitely jump that up. But yeah, let me know what day you guys think would be the best for a live stream that we consistently do, okay? And go vote on that. But all right, we're going to skip ahead just a little bit, guys. I know that probably missing a few here, but let's jump to Dylan's. Colin Sexton over 4.5 assists. What we thinking? All right, well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Right off the bat, I don't mind it. This Milwaukee defense isn't anything that's like, too crazy, right? But let's take a peek. Because Sexton, what I'll say is he's not a passer, but he is going to hold the ball a lot. So last 10, 8.2 potential assists, averaging 5. So he's already kind of out-kicking his coverage there, but hey, he is doing it, so we can't really knock it, right? Over 4.5 assists. He's hitting 4 of his last 5 here. A bunch against Philly a couple nights back. 10 assists for him. I don't know if he has 2 great assist games back to back. And in terms of injuries in this game too, nothing major to note. I will say Colin Sexton, he keeps listing as shooting guard. They keep playing multiple guys. Colin Sexton, for all intents and purposes, in my opinion, is the ball handler on this team, right? I think that he's the ball handler. So yeah, that's how I'll say that. Forget point guard, shooting guard. He's the guy that's going to hold the ball. All right, I don't hate it because this is a good number, -102. I think that's fair for a guy that's getting plenty of usage. Clearly has the track record in the last 10 to hit. Does that last game, that 10-point game or 10 assist game, sway it a little bit, Dylan? I think that if I were to grade that, I'd probably give it a slight edge. Let's see, the optimizer here will give us a little read too, right? Yes, it's PrizePicks lines, but they're going to be using, sportsbooks lines without us having to look at all of them. So let's see what they think, because I think it's going to be right around 50-50 for me. Assists, 51% to the under. So they like the under a little bit, but again, that's just sportsbooks odds. If we're looking at the over, for the value you're getting, I'm trying to find it, but for the value you're getting at -102 and stuff, I don't hate it whatsoever. I think I put this more in the 4, I'll say 5.1 sort of confidence level. I'm a dummy though, right? I wear a shirt that says "Fade Me" every day, so I don't think that it's something to just completely say, okay, well, Ev said no, so screw it. Not at all. Let's see. All right, skipping ahead just a little bit, guys. Let's get to some of these. Joshua, what's up with the M's in the comments? Chill with that or we're going to kick you. Remember when I said, hey, if you want to keep asking your comment, that's fine. Just don't spam it. Remember? All right, let's look at this. We're looking at player props right now. So WTF, we could get to that. I mean, I don't mind that at all, actually. I'll just say that right away. Charlotte's a despicable team right now, coming after a long... I don't like the Bulls for the whole game. I think it's too many points. But, first half, don't hate that whatsoever. All right. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is coming from Kyle. His PRA line. Let's pop that up. We can go through that. I looked at this a little earlier. I actually really like his steals and blocks line, but it's all right, it's not that's not the sexy bet, right? It's what are we doing here? But let's look at Jaime Jaquez Jr. here, looking at his PRA line. So he's kind of been all over the place. Let's look at this from a similar perspective like we did with Hero. So without Kyle Lowry, he actually seems to struggle a little bit here. But overall, going up against Houston, he's getting the start at small forward. So let's look at how Houston's been doing, say, last 7 games against a small forward. Top half in the league in preventing points. Top 5 in preventing rebounds, assists. Houston's at least allowing assists to the small forward. So I don't like this if we're looking at the over. If we look at the under, I don't mind it, but this is a guy that's going to do a lot, right? He kind of is a fill the stat sheet type guy, especially if he goes and drops 15 plus points. Now, the shooting has been very inconsistent. I don't mind this pick. I'm going to put this right around that, maybe just over a 50% confidence in terms of the under. So if you're talking over here, Kyle, then it's not necessarily my favorite play. I'm gonna go, 5.2 on the under. All right, Ayu says Miles Bridges under in assists. See, I worry about some of these unders. Before I even jump into it, I worry with some of these Charlotte unders because they're a team that just could get blown out at any time, right? And we're looking at only 3.5. So again, head to head, he's looked fine. Just want to confirm that the starting position here, power forward in this case. Duh. Middle of the road in terms of Chicago's defense. So defense wouldn't turn me off from it. This might be the determining factor here, right? Miles Bridges, potential assists. Okay, that doesn't turn me off. That's right around what I'd like to see. I wanted this to be, less than 7 for an under 3.5, and it is. So with the blowout potential, I like the under. Kind of what you're saying, right? But he's going to have a lot of usage. It's like him, Terry Rozier, and then Brandon Miller type of thing. But I don't mind it. 3.5, it being just 3.5, I would say this is what scares me because it's like a gettable number. But you know what? I don't mind that. Give me like a 6.3 confidence level. I like this rating thing. I feel like official, like I have like a stamp of approval on these picks. Which, guys, if you've been watching the channel in the last couple days, you do the opposite of what I'm doing. You're probably cashing. Still up on the season, which is good. It's a long-term game, marathon, not a sprint. Blah blah blah. But yeah, we have not looked all that great from the YouTube final plays. Let's keep it going here. Petros, we do have, let's see, I'll just send in the chat. I do have my favorite plays today. I go through the entire slate in the morning, right? And I put my final plays in the pinned comment here. So you want to check those out. Those are player props, spreads, everything is in that video. And I'm not saying you're doing this, but I just tweeted the other day to people. I'll do it. I'll spend so much time in the morning on a video, right? Like so much time doing a video, graphics, going through it. Sometimes on like that 14-day slate, we did an over 30-minute video only to get people in the comments being like, what are your plays? It's like, but I don't think that that's the case with live streams. That just kind of reminded me of it. Let's see, Eric. Do we like DeRozan over 21.5 points? I like his over 20 or his under. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm messing this up. I already updated this morning, and this was the mistake. I'm all bent out of shape. Let me fix the final plays right now, because if you guys were watching at the beginning of the video, I changed the DeRozan final play because I thought that I fat-fingered earlier because I was looking at an under, but I was thinking of Bam Adebayo, so now you're watching a live mental breakdown here. This was 25.5. So I like his points plus assists today, which means I kind of like his points to some degree, right? For DeRozan over 21.5 points, Eric. All right, so I'll flash these up now that I do have them up in front of me. This is the one that I just changed. So at the beginning of the stream, it was 25.5, and I was like, oh, I think it's supposed to be 27.5. It's 25.5. I don't know why. I was thinking of Bam Adebayo here. His has moved down to 27.5. We are all human. But all right, let's get back into some more player props, guys. Let's get back in here. The Thunder worry me, Techo. I see and MLG. I get worried about Thunder's plays today because there could be a chance the Thunder just smoke them. You know what I mean? Could be a chance that the Thunder just smoke them. All right. Nick says Middleton over 2.5 threes. So is that one out there right now? Because, like I just said, I don't love Middleton's like assists and whatnot, right? But is over 2.5 threes. I think he's going to get a couple more 3-point looks because he's not been shooting them a lot. So, like, if you look at this frequency, right? If you look at the volume that Middleton's been getting, it really isn't that great. Like, especially for the type of shooter he is, he should be sitting in the corner ready for these shots when Giannis and Belo go on the pick and roll, right? Like, he should be ready for it. Utah allows plenty of threes. I don't mind this spot at all. Let's see without Dame how he's done with the threes. So still the volume doesn't increase. I don't mind this spot or this pick, especially for that money. I just wish we had a little bit more volume from him, but give me like a 6.1 on that because of the odds, right? So this isn't like a 61% chance in my brain of hitting. It's how much do I like the pick overall. So it's literally just a my opinion survey. Let's see. We just said the Thunder with the Giddy. Tecco, like I don't mind it. I don't mind either of those in terms of depending on what you're looking at. But that Washington team is so bad that there could just be a blowout where starters don't play a lot for OKC. And they're such a good against the spread team, and they're double-digit favorites today. Could be tough. All right, let's see. Xavier says Miles Turner 15+ points. I don't know how much. Do we think that I see that you mentioned Tatum being out, like that could impact it? I don't know how much that impacts it. And his points line is going to be a little bit higher, but maybe in some sort of a same game parlay here. Here we'll move it down. So it's -140, which isn't terrible. But I don't know if Tatum is going to be like the thing that changes this. Miles Turner, we've kind of X'd him out because he's been up and down like too many times for us, right? So I will say I don't mind it at all. It's nothing that I'm racing to go and throw in, right? This is last 5. Head-to-head with the Celtics, again, kind of up and down. I don't mind it. -140 turns me off a little bit, though. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy that's fairly inconsistent. But the Celtics, it's not like they're the best defense against centers. Look at this, last 7, right? 5th most points to centers. Now, last game, he came up just shy, but shot plenty of times. He just shot 45% from the field. The dude this season, right? Watch this. This season, he's shooting 53%. So he shot way below, almost 10 points below his average. I guess I don't hate it. It looks like his normal line is 15.5, which at that point, you might want to just take the odds. What do we think for that? Maybe like a Miles Turner 15+. Give me like another kind of low 6s, 6.5 in terms of my like there. Because I don't think the Celtics cover them all that well. Centers, that being. Even though Porzingis is a blocker and all that, he's not like a bang you up type center, right? Like he's not like Porzingis is a good shot blocker versus defender, if I had to say that as a huge Celtics fan. All right, you know what? We're gonna throw up a poll up because I do want to be able to get to more stuff in here. We're gonna say, should we make a prize pick slip? Because we can kind of go through the same thing as I guess like what we're doing, right? Go through. You guys give some recommendations. We look into it. Blah blah blah. That type of thing. But do we want to throw up would potentially be a prize pick slip? So let's get this poll running, and we'll see what what we end up rolling with. Or do we want to keep doing what we're doing? What we're doing is fine with me, right? Just going through plays and all that. Like, what I will say, not to sway the votes here, but if we do prize picks, like, I'm still going to field the comments and still going to say if I like or don't like picks. So keep that in mind, but go ahead and hammer that poll here. I want like a resounding win for that because I don't want to turn off most people, right? But it is fun to kind of put together a community tab and we all can roll together and ride together and whatnot. Shout out to Gooner Dad there for subscribing just now. Appreciate everyone hitting that subscribe button. Appreciate everyone, when they donate or hitting that like button, all that stuff, guys. Yeah, JJ Watson, I don't even have a prize picks, but people do. Like, again, this is, should we just use that as like our vehicle? Because right now we're just jumping player prop to player prop, whatever, right? We could still talk player props and build a prize pick slip, but I'm saying, what do we kind of come back to here? I kind of like that Middleton under 8.5 assists. Right, that might be a final play. That 8.5 for the juice, though, right? What was the juice on that? 140-ish? It's not even that terrible. Like, I kind of like that spot. -160 is a decent price to be paying, though. We'll let that poll run a little bit longer. Way more people in here than, that we've seen on the poll. I think my computer just like spazzed out for a second. That was very weird. Did something just like glitch for you guys? Because my screen just went black. Shout out to Jesse for subscribing. All right, guys. Let's build a parlay coming in from official LA. Okay, you know what? Let's do this because we can still talk player props, right? We'll end that. So clearly we want to build something in terms of what everyone's saying, right? We want to build something. We don't just want to put together or just kind of go back and forth between picks. So ready? This is what we're going to do. Boom. This is the final poll here. So now we're kind of getting a read of the room. What do we want to do? Build a prize pick sip or build a parlay? We'll see how this goes. This could be the move. All right, looks like that's winning so far, huh? Build a parlay looks like it could be the move. Yeah, Jordan, it is pretty much the same, but it's not in the sense that like we could go 15. We could take alternate lines on the sports books and whatnot, and prize picks is actually legal in states that, you know, sports books aren't too, and vice versa. So yeah, it's still the same, but all right, we're gonna build a parlay. Final thing. So all right, guys, we are behind in the comments. If you want some of your plays included in the plays here, just go ahead and get them, I guess, right now. Go ahead and get them in the chat. And we'll go on, I guess we'll go over on to DK here. We'll go to DraftKings here. Dwayne says fade the parlay build. Go ahead. Fading a parlay isn't the move. If I say fade me, right, because you think my picks stink and whatnot, it's like you fade a parlay, you got to fade every single leg there. Like, even if I'm on a terrible streak, I'm bound to get one right. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Again, apologies if we are a little bit behind in the comments. We're doing our best here. Let's jump in and start somewhere. So Grayson Allen over 2.5 assists. Let's see. We'll go into NBA. We could put together a parlay here. Let's see what the odds are for that. Again, I'm on DK right here, guys. Guess we'll build it together. We have so much going in arbitrage bets today too, guys. Arbitrages. I have a great video coming out, or at least I had fun doing it. It's like a challenge. It'll be coming out in a few days. How much we can make with a smaller bankroll for that. But all right, we want assists, right? Grayson Allen. I'm like, where is he? He's not on the freaking Bucks anymore. I'm a dummy. So I haven't really even looked at the the Clippers or the Suns because their player props just came out. Well, not just came out, but they weren't out this morning. We've had a crazy busy day. So let's see. Grayson Allen over 2.5 minus 145. We'll throw that in there for now. If we were to validate it, are we even getting value over on DraftKings, or should we start somewhere else here? By the way, guys, you want this tool, Odds Jam, right? You saw it in today's video. This is an absolute banger of a tool. Use the link in the description, guys, and use code GuyBoston, 25% off your first month. Kind of a no-brainer. Tons of tools here to help us just mathematically straight up dismantle sportsbooks. I'm on the sportsbook screen right now because I want to see if DraftKings is even our best starting spot right now. And guys, if we have something in DraftKings that you don't have, you know, whatnot, it's okay. We'll try and make something similar and simple for everyone. So let's go Allen. Average odds minus 146. Okay, so we're getting, I guess, decent odds over on DraftKings from the average. could start on FanDuel, but I like the combos that DraftKings offers a little bit more. So I think we'll stay on DraftKings for now. You know what I mean? Like FanDuel's been a little wonky with their parlays, same game parlays for their combo stats and whatnot. So Grayson Allen, let's look into it. In terms of a passing, the volume that he's getting. So in his last 4.5 potential assists in his last 10. He's hit this in plenty of games in a row. Getting the start at small forward tonight. I don't mind it because he's going to get the Paul George and Kawhi Leonard sort of clamp, so he's probably going to pass the ball around. I think we like this spot. Let me do the typical throw a poll in here. Because if we want to go same game parlay, which we don't always need to, we can do alternate lines and whatnot because we're building a parlay, which we can't do that on PrizePicks. So if we did like 2+ assists for Allen, we could. We'll run that poll. We'll get it going. Grayson Allen, over 2.5. We could look at again if we had some alternatives here. So Grayson Allen, I think his alt, that's probably too low to alt on. Minus 450. It's a little bit too crazy if we want 2+. But 2.5 isn't all that bad. Like, I like that spot. Let's take a peek at him without Durant, too, because Durant is questionable, right? Durant's game time decision, but likely to play, and it's a decent game. But let's see, just in case, like, if Durant doesn't get the go. Boom. Hey, we like that, right? He's 4 for 4 in games when Durant doesn't play this season. So, all right, we're going to end the poll. I like this Grayson Allen being our first spot here, guys. I like that. Good call there. That is a good call, to start it off. All right, I'm trying to scroll through this. I was coming in from Mendy, right, that we saw first. All right. Some of those picks we already liked. Like, do we look at Chris Middleton's under 8.5 assists because we talked about it? Because I like that spot, right? Like, I already like that spot, so what's the harm in us doing that? Because that was probably my favorite, and again, I'm just a Joe Schmo that has been bad at sports betting in the last couple days, so keep that in mind. But that was my favorite spot that we've talked about so far. We'll let this poll run a little bit because I don't want to shut it off because of the first 10 votes. You know what I mean? But for the record, guys, those two together, just those two, right? Allen over 2.5 and Middleton under 8.5. Already looking at plus 171. So we got some bangers on the way here. Like we might be setting this up. Like your 401k might be looking like pennies after tonight because, well, it's gonna still be what it is. But this pick and this parlay hitting will be like, oh well, I guess we don't need that thing anymore. It's chump change because our DraftKings account's gonna be the real one. Not financial advice. Definitely not. All right. So we got two in here. All right, I like it. All right, I like it, guys. Let's see. I am definitely not understanding that language, Silva. So apologies there, and I got nothing to translate it now. Juan says it's at 7.5 now. Yeah, I took an alternate line here, so you see Middleton alternate. I don't mind. I mean, if we want to, let's see what it is. I'm going to do 8.5, right? But if we want, what is it? Middleton assists here. If we want 7.5 for plus 229, don't hate that either. I'm just going alternate from this perspective under 8.5. Give us that one more assist. I don't hate 7.5 whatsoever. In fact, where are we getting the I guess the best line for Middleton's 8.5, huh? Do we have that on for most people? So it's minus 165 on DraftKings. You know what? I think we'll place that as an individual bet. Please excuse me as I do this. But you know what happens, right? We got to go ahead and get this in the final place. So yes, it's juicy, but I just quite simply like the pick. We got a lot rolling with our YouTube plays today. That is super juicy. It is. Minus 165, almost not touchable, but you know what? We're touching it. We're touching it. All right, there we go. Is this JJ Watches the correct final picks? Hey, the DeMar DeRozan one's updated. We're good. This is I would say this is probably most likely final plays for today, guys. But you know what? We've done crazier things, right? We've done crazier things, so. All right, I like that. Where else we got here? Tatum is not playing. Drew Holiday under 16.5. Colin Sexton over 17.5. Hero over 22.5. So, Ron, we talked about Hero earlier. I want to wait out the Kyle Lowry news before we jump in and throw him into a play, okay? Because he kills it when Kyle Lowry is out, and he's a little bit inconsistent when Kyle Lowry plays. And if we look at it here, where are we at? Kyle Lowry, game time decision, likely to play, so it might make me stay away from it even more. But altogether, as of right now, I don't mind Hero. Just kind of want some more info and want to wait it out a little bit more. You know what I mean? All right, let's go back because I missed a few here. Everyone seems to be on Tyler Hero, huh? DeMar DeRozan over 0.53 is coming in from Steven. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just like, it's tough. You know he's not going to get the volume, but does he bang one for us? Let's check out how they are against a small forward against, right? So Charlotte, last 7, allowing the 6th most threes to the small forward position. He is getting the start at the small forward position. Oh, this could be a crazy one. Like, a 1 3-pointer made could make or break this. He's hitting 60% of games this year. Oh my God. Steven, this could be the biggest sweat of all time. I'm going to start a poll and see what everyone else thinks about this one. Because, like, yeah, they let up a lot of threes. He should have his fair share here. But I could see this being like a game in which he doesn't even take that many. I have a feeling that people might not like this one. Let's see. Let's see, Steven. That is like an absolute, you're asking for an absolute sweat there too. You know what I mean? Like that is a sweat. To me, that's like a bet. You know what I mean? Like that is a bet, which there's nothing wrong with that. We're all at the end of the day somewhat having fun sports betting, right? It's not like your mortgage is on this thing. Shouldn't be. But that's just a damn like toss up. I even see it in the comments here. Yeah. Jadon. I don't know if I'm saying Jadon correctly, but coin flip. Yep. Levine being back. So Levine is still game time decision, at least the latest I've seen. Let's refresh our injury screen here. If he's back, that's why I took DeRozan, by the way, took him for points plus assists as well as assists today, because it's just, if he gets less shots and whatnot, then he's getting less shots for a reason. And I think, playing with Levine could allow him to get more assists overall, but like Levine, I wouldn't necessarily make that talk us off of him from a threes perspective, because like, Levine's just going to get more attention, right? All right, not good. No, we tried. That was a Steven. I like the grenade thrown into the chat though. I do like that, guys. What else we got? What do we like tonight? So Holmgren, this is coming from Teresa, right? Holmgren under 8.5 boards. Let's dive into that one. So far, guys, oh, this Middleton one just got nuked. Look at this. This Middleton one just got nuked. We got that in. Wow. Did you guys jump on and ride that? Did we just push this line? Probably. Or there's just a DraftKings narc in the comments. Guppy. What a guppy. But all right, that pushed to minus 195. We locked it in at minus 165. Great. This parlay still lives to fight another day. Plus 155. I don't mind, okay? So it is what it is for now, but I think we may have just juiced that one. We may have just sent that one packing. The DraftKings narcs in the chat. All right, what do we got here? What are we looking at? I already lost. Holmgren under 8.5 coming in from Teresa. All right, what do we got? Player rebounds. Chet Holmgren under. So there's a plus money play right there. That bumps his parlay all the way back up to 424. We're retiring. We hit this type of thing, we're retiring. Rebounds. I love Daniel Gafford to be able to box him. Like, I shouldn't say I love, because it's still Daniel Gafford, but boy, oh boy, does Chet Holmgren, as much as I love the dude, this dude gets bullied sometimes by bigger centers, right? And Daniel Gafford is, I mean, yeah, we're going to look at this and it's going to look like, oh, well, what do you mean? They let up a bunch of rebounds, and it's like, yeah, they do. That's a crap ton of rebounds, but Gafford is a bigger guy. I don't mind this because, again, like, I like it. He's hit the under here in plenty of games, like 68% of games this season. On the road, he's hit it in 60%. Like, all right, well, this is good enough to throw up a poll. Chet under 8.5. This is definitely good enough to throw up a poll. Now, one thing we should have looked at, which we have not yet, Chet Holmgren, his last 10 games, what are we looking at for rebound chances? 13. So that would tell me he's looking at 6 to 7 real rebounds. And even him, look at that. He's grabbing 44%. That's a terrible rate. If Daniel Gafford doesn't get in foul trouble, if he can keep him close, I think that could be a good spot for sure. For sure. Jaden, I asked you that last time too. Hey, this memory can only hold too much, or so much. Can't even talk. People are liking the Holmgren. I mean, plus 424. No one's tipping their nose up at that, right? Plus 424 there. Definitely not. 2 unders, 1 over. All right, do we just lock this in for now? You know what I mean? So let's end that. We'll end that. All right, Chet Holmgren's in. Do we lock in? Yeah, Matt, I like DeMar too. I took him over in points and assists and over in assists tonight. Do we lock this in as a 3-leg parlay, or do we really just kind of go big? You know what I mean? Do we just go big and start putting even more in this and get this up to a crazy odds? What do we think? Because this looks doable, right? We have 2 pretty juiced plays. We juiced this one. And then Holmgren, if he just comes through his out, like this could hit, and it's plus 424. But I kind of want to get more risky and maybe throw 1 or 2 more in here. And, then in a week we're legs up on a beach. You know what I mean? Not remembering the day before. Go big. All right, everyone wants us to go big. You know what? Let's go. Let's go. We're going big. We're going big. All right. Wow, you got him at 20. DeMar at 20.5. That's jumped up to 22.5 now, right? All right, here we go. What else do we got here? Yeah, Victoria, it's a good point. Wizards giving up the second most boards to centers, but Chet Holmgren's I like him, by the way. This sounds like I'm shitting on him, but he's weak. All right, Teco says Kobe White, 6 assists, 4.5 rebounds. We want to look into Kobe White here. Five and a half assists here. I worry about... I don't mind it at all, but I worry about the blowout chance. And I already am big on DeRozan here. Like, how much food is there to go around? Rebounds could be one. Maybe even not that. I don't mind it, but it's like rebound chances. He's averaging 6. 10 rebound chances in his last 10, which is good, but his line's all the way up to 5.5 now. You know what I mean? Because that's a big number. Again, like I said, rebound chances here, 10.8. That's great. That's a big number for him. And if we look at, I guess we could look at alternate lines. Like we already got some decent plus money value here, right? Right? So let's go into this, see if we can take an alternate line, like something maybe very doable for him, because I don't mind like for a point guard, right? That looks great. That's where I think you might have me, Teco, because I like that spot. That's where you might have me, the rebound chances. And he gets 56%. He's pretty much getting anything that is, far away from the hoop. But all right, let's see what we can get for an alternate line on him. So that's 4.5, right? That's juiced. Over 3.5 turns our parlay into 569. But I almost feel like if he's gonna get 4, he might as well get 6. If that makes sense. It's kind of silly, but I don't know. It doesn't make its way into the poll category for me. Silva, what do we want for Halliburton? I probably missed comments before. Mike Conley, under 9.5 rebounds plus assists coming in from Jamie here. So let's see. Conley, look at him over his last 10 just from a chance. So rebound chances, getting 50% of his rebound chances at 50, averaging, obviously, just about 2.5. Passing, Conley. All right, Minnesota there. But Minnesota. Guys, games for today. Games for today. Yes, we could throw it in there, but games for today for these purposes. All right, let's see. All right, we're getting a decent amount of Halliburton talk in here. So yeah, DeJuice. I know Kobe White's a good rebounder. It just the line's almost too inflated for me. All right, wait. Let's see. All right, we'll look at Halliburton here. So 23, 12.5. Is there if we want some Halliburton love, I get it, because look at this, guys. Point guards against the Celtics, right? What are the Celtics? They're doing fine. Like last 7 year, Celtics top 10 in points allowed, assists. They're going to be near the middle of the pack too. So nothing terrible on the year. Halliburton, let's look at his P plus A, because that's what we're getting a lot of here. So Celtics on the year to point guards, most points, 10th. So I guess pretty good against assists. Yeah, Jaden, that might be a thing with Levine kind of shaking it up. Points plus. Bryce, so Poole over 14.5 points today. It's actually our ride of the day. So guys, if you don't know what the ride of the day is, when we do our normal YouTube videos, right? We have a ride of the day every single day, and now we've started to post or ride with the same person. So Frederick here, this is his third ride of the day that he's had. He's hit 2 in a row on the video. So we are in on Poole today overall. So he's been inconsistent, but again, Frederick's hit 2 in a row in the YouTube comments, so we rode with him. So don't hate that. It's almost like I'm saying I just trust Frederick with my life right now. All right, let's look at player combos here for Halliburton. If we can get like an alternate player combo for him, we could consider. You know what I mean? Which I don't know if we're gonna get the best points plus assists. Not even seeing it for him. In fact, what's going on here with Not even seeing, is there some injury news on the Indiana front? Because not even seeing those props offered right now. So Bruce Brown, did he just get ruled in? We might have to come back to Halliburton, guys. All right, guys, you know what? If I'm seeing Jaden's bringing up good points, we had the Kobe White. Kobe White's a good rebounder. Let's do it. Let's go back to Kobe White. We'll go back to Kobe White. You guys won me over, okay? Not necessarily throwing it in, but let's go ahead and run a poll for it. I had said, all right, it's not even worth a poll. That could have been BS, right? Who am I to say? Who am I to say? I would be. Let's see. I'm gonna run a couple things. Yes. All right. We're getting fancy with this poll. We're getting fancy with this poll. You guys better hit the like button for that one. So many more people in here than have liked the video. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Now that's a poll, right? That's a poll. Again, Kobe White rebounds. Let's run that one up. All right, RB10, we'll look at that next. Or soon, because I'm scatterbrained. This poll is electric. Do we see this going back and forth? Should I figure out a way to get the poll like to show up in the screen? I'm sure I can figure that out. This is a back and forth right now. Yes, 4.5 is in the lead with 39% of the votes. And we are going to run let's do 1 minute timer to roll with it, okay? 1 minute timer here with lovely pictures of stopwatches. I'll make it big. 1 minute timer for the rest of that vote, because this thing's going back and forth. Right now, it looks like yes, 4.5 is going to be the move. Yes, 4.5. Enough people, enough of an uproar. Steven, that's an interesting one. Kispert, that's an interesting one. Especially like he's not blowout proof, but like he's kind of that fringe guy that even if they're getting blowout, he'll still get a little bit more run than, say, Kyle Kuzma, right? All right, so 4.5 looks like it is going to probably take the lead unless some craziness happens here. But a lot of people are in the chat. Not a lot of people voted. So go ahead and hit that vote button, guys. How many times do you hear someone on YouTube be like, hit the vote button, subscribe, and hit that vote button? Screw the like button. All right. All right. All right. Okay to you be making that noise. That thing is annoying. All right. Kobe White. Kobe White over 4.5 rebounds. So, again, we're getting some value just in the fact that, we're not taking the plus money here. So we'll look at where we got 5 plus. Is it? Sometimes you can catch them here. So, no, okay. 5 plus rebounds for Kobe. We're up to 732. What? Let's go. Kobe White rebounds, not Derek White rebounds. Or are we saying that are you saying WTF, are you saying should we look into Derek White? All right, 2 that I said we'll look into, okay? I gotta oh no, what just closed? Kobe Whites? What is up with these DraftKings narcs? All right, then we're going to have to throw in, guys, just for the sake of this, I think we'll have to throw in, oh, you know what happened? We might have some Levine news. Caruso's in. Okay, let's wait this out because that Kobe White just disappeared because we just got in and Alex Caruso in. Let's see how that line gets impacted when it pops back up. But we'll go back to Kobe White, right? All right, that could impact the line. We'll still look at 4.5 because I don't think I mind it still. All right, alrighty, we're gonna look at Lopez, and yes, I'm probably missing some comments, but we're gonna look at Lopez because of RB10. Then we're gonna look at Kispert because of Steven, right? And then we'll try and keep up with some comments. All right, I thought for a second that DraftKings just pulled that because they're like, nope, you guys aren't putting it in, but injury news makes a little bit more sense. But let's look at Brook Lopez over, what do we say? What do you say? Over 4.5 boards, huh? Rebounds. My only concern here is that he's been crushed it against them twice. Landing at 5. What is he looking at? I was going to say, my only concern is that Brook Lopez, like the way this Jazz team, ever since they, God, his name's escaping me, the big white guy that they have, not Lauri Markkanen. They sat him, and now they're playing way more of a perimeter game. And like, does Brook Lopez get drifted farther away from the basket? 9.9 rebound chances in his last 10. Don't hate to see that, right? And I'm not going to put too much weight into this for them because, again, their team changed pretty recently from a Utah perspective. Actually, you know what? Let's go to StatMuse and look at centers against Utah as of late. Five, 7. Duren only had 10. That's not the best look. Cornette had 7. So we're kind of all over the place. Adebayo at 16, right? So I don't hate it. I don't hate that at all there. Let's run a quick poll. What do we got here? Grayson Allen got juiced a little bit. Nothing that's, crazy for us though. Guys, these are gonna get like this is not Prize Picks where they're just moving lines and stuff. We're gonna get odds changing on us, especially with this one, right? Like I swear to God, they saw us put this in there and then boom. Like right after I placed my individual bet, that thing moved from 165 to 195. That's crazy. All right, let's run a poll for Brook over so 5+, right? That's what it would be. We already have Middleton in there, so I guess we got to look at a different game. But you could swap out Lopez for Middleton if you wanted to, but I like that pick today. I guess that Kispert one kind of is on the kaput too, huh? All right. Derek White with no Tatum. All right, we don't have anything in the Celtics or the Pacers game so far. Halliburton we're going to come back to, but let's look at that game because it's either going to be a Derek White spot, right, or a Halliburton spot, it looks like. I like Jaylen Brown as well, but let's take a peek at this game from a player prop perspective. I forgot that having guys in the same game in a parlay was going to kind of to throw a wrench into it. All right, Derek White. Let's look at just Derek White overall from this screen. So, last 5 here. Rebounds, is that what we wanted to look at? The plus money? Or points? What do we, WTF, if you're saying look into him, if looking into him, what do we want? Like, what are we looking at for Derek White? And yeah, I don't mind Kispert, but the same game parlay, right? Same game parlay. Not going to let us throw it in. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. Scott needs a big play. As do I. As do I. Let's see. GD or JD saying DeMar's props went down. Let's see what they went down to. So DeMar's, we got him earlier today at 25.5. Still 25.5. Okay, so didn't hurt our original pick. His assists, though, that's what I want to see because I think he actually has a chance for more assists. Okay, so we got him a little bit earlier in terms of our final plays. Look at that look. We got to get that ad out of the way here. In terms of what we got, minus 140, so we actually pretty much just got him at, Levine value, which is okay, I guess, in terms of our final plays. But let's look into Derek White rebounds, because that's what I just saw in the chat, right? Actually, okay, Kobe's line is back. Perfect. Now we're already here. Yeah. All right, rebounds. 5+ rebounds, right? I'm in assists. Don't tell me they moved the over... So his am I missing something here? Why is his alt line now? Oh, because his regular line's 4.5. Okay. All right, that's what we got so far. That was what we talked about already, so that rules this game out, right? I think we look at one more leg, right? Like, one more leg is going to send this thing to the moon. We're already looking at plus 18 or plus 814. Sheesh. Sheesh. All right, Marvin says rebounds for Derek White. Yeah, I don't think I'm in on Derek White's under in points. I'm not saying that he definitely goes over, but it's almost like there's way more opportunity now, right? Like there's got to be points to go around. So he's averaging, where is he at? Derek White, 8.5 rebound chances per game. We just had him up too, jeez. What is his line? 4.5. We could get that down though. 8.5 rebound chances. I'd like him at like, actually, let's see what he's at without Tatum, right? No Tatum, he's been meh. Actually, that's almost surprising. Maybe it's because he takes more of a points and assist role in that spot, right? You know what I mean? Let's check on DK what like we're looking at from his odds perspective, I guess, and what we're looking at for potential lines. Because if we can get him like 3+ rebounds, and sure. But 4.5, I don't think I like. Alternate 8+, no. But where's his lines here? So Derek White over 2. Oh, that's just too much. Minus 500, right? That's a little bit too much. Damn. Yeah, we the fifth. We need to know Kevin Durant's, I guess, injury status here. And if he's playing, let's see. Did we get a tweet or anything about if he's playing? Okay, so Kristaps, no limits restriction. Just worth noting, right? Nothing on Durant so far. If we refresh RotoWire, anything on Durant? It's probable. My thing that's weird is that, so he's on the second night of a back-to-back, right? Like, what happened with his minutes restriction? He's on the second night of a back-to-back, and he plays 36 minutes. Like, wasn't he supposed to be on a minutes restriction? We saw that yesterday, so I don't know if I like Durant's over, especially in a tough matchup today. You know what I mean? Like, he was supposed to be on a minutes restriction yesterday, and the dude played 36 minutes. What world is that a minutes restriction? What's up, Jason? All right, TY says Jaylen Brown over 7.5 first quarter points. That's a first quarter. Like, does our parlay just get scrambled if he doesn't hit in the first quarter? Over 7.5. It jumps the hell out of the odds, but I think we have to sweat these out. I don't know if we can go. I like it. I like it, guys. I'm seeing you say it, TY. I like the spot. I don't know if we go first quarter points in a parlay. Like, I'm just picturing, which is the stupid reason to not do it. I understand. But I'm just picturing, like, we have this whole 5-person mega parlay put together. And then Jalen has 4 rebounds or 4 points in the first quarter. It's like, well, it's 7:45. So maybe we keep that on the burner. I like the spot. I like the play too, right? I think I like it at least. With no Tatum, he's going to come out firing, and you're probably going to be able to tweet me later being like, yeah, I told you. Because it'd also be nice to be like, hey, well, look at that, 7:45, 1 down in terms of a good reason, right? Let's see what he's done first quarter without Tatum. 4 of 5, last 5 here. Last game, he had 15 against Toronto. Small forward, Indiana, 29. Like, it makes sense. Yeah, see, you get what I mean. Like I like the play, but for a 5-leg parlay, for it to even have the chance. His line, what is this normal points line? 20. Oh, that's 2. That is the annoyance of this. Like, and I get why, but Jaylen Brown up to 27.5 because of no Tatum. So high. DeMar's line moved that much. See, I don't think LaVine coming back is going to, call me crazy, but he's missed some time, and this team learned to play pretty well without him. LaVine kind of could be a wrench that gets thrown into the system where White, DeMar, even Vuk, like, they could be like, all right, well, yeah, he's here, but he's not there. I guess if that makes sense. Starheart says Sexton points. I don't mind Sexton's points. No Lillard tells me that this could be a more defensive Milwaukee team, though. But we could maybe look at alternate. But we already have a spot in that. And Kobe White's line just got removed again. Check this out. What is going on here? Kobe White line removed. Is there more news coming out in this game? What am I doing here? Is there more injury news in this spot? Is there? Like, did we miss something? What? So did Zach LaVine just go from he's playing? Wait a second. Zach LaVine. Hold on. Where did they remove that? Didn't we just see Zach LaVine playing? So he'll see increased minutes, right? And now it comes out that he's a game time decision? What's happening? What is happening here? Our parlay is getting... Look at this. Kobe White over 4.5, just stripped. I guess we'll remove it, but I'll leave it in for now so we don't forget about it because I am that dumb, but... Do we have Halliburton's lines finally in here? Because I could see alternate, assists, points plus assists for Halliburton. Like 25. Oh, that's so juiced. Let's see. Halliburton. Points plus assists. Again, that's probably what I don't mind, I guess. If we could look at... That's this. I mean, it's super juice, though, huh? That's gonna... Only done that. What do we think of that in this parlay? It takes it back up to, gotta get rid of Kobe, I guess. This is tough. This is a tough one. Because I want Halliburton in there. I do think that there's a chance that he has a good game in a bounce back spot against the Celts, right? But that's a lot of juice to be paying for, not going to lie, guys. Like, that's a fairly high line, too. Damn. I can't believe that Kobe White one gets. Now I'm like, when do they bring that back? Zach LaVine game time decision. It's going to throw a wrench into this whole freaking thing. Let's see. It's not under in points, so JK, it's under in assists for Middleton. I just think it's a way high line. We looked into it. No Lillard, but I don't think he's... See, Star. I think that that's what the normal thought process would be, right? Like, oh, he's definitely going to go over without Lillard. Why would Middleton get more? Like, he's not that pick and roll ball handler or anything like that. I think Giannis could. So, yeah. I like Middleton's. We looked into his potential assists. So Dame's only averaging 9.4 potential assists per game. Middleton's averaging like, what, 8 in the last 10, right? So, like, is he going to get all of those? Probably not. Deshaun says, no Tatum, you lose a lot of defense. That's something I mentioned in my video today. Porzingis looks like he's playing, right? Or is playing. Him and Tatum are both questionable. I was like, as much as people think they're the offensive cogs, which they are, huge defensive loss. Marvin, I do like Beasley, but we got to pick from a different game throwing Middleton in because it's going to mark us as the same game parlay. Let's do a poll. Should we do a poll for the Halliburton here? I almost don't even want to run it because that... I don't know. Starhart, we looked into Lillard's... Middleton's assists without Lillard. Really, at least when he doesn't play. So when he's lacked, fair enough too, right? That might be a good point. But when he doesn't play, it doesn't bump him up anymore. It could hit. It could, right? But we voted on it and all that. It's not a... Don't act like I'm just like the final sayer. You know what I mean? We're putting together a community slip here. So I kind of hear you, but I think under 8.5 is a pretty good spot. And the line's 7.5 too. Porzingis is playing, yes, and I believe we just saw, right? Porzingis right here won't have a minutes limit. Zach LaVine, this one just threw everything up in the air, right? All right, so I'm thinking Halliburton, we don't like it just because of that juice. It's like, it kind of is like, oh yeah, should hit, but it's just another leg that could not, which is just annoying. Do we have rebounds here? We got to go back. Kobe White, 5+. Okay, that's back. We're back on the board with Kobe White. 4 legs so far, plus 781. In fact, we should be building this here. Guys, I'm so dumb. Let's build this over on Outlier too, so I can send it your way. We can just send a link and everyone can jump on board. That is awesome. If you want to jump on board, of course. So we have Middleton, his assists, but we're looking at 8.5, right? Which got freaking bumped, which is annoying. What else? Grayson Allen over to, I forgot we did the Grayson. Grayson could be a sweat too. Grayson could easily be a sweat, but I don't mind it. All right, we're sending this in the chat as a link in 2 seconds. That way, well, I guess 5.5, it's not even showing up. All right, we'll put this in there, but just know, guys, it is 4.5, right? So if you throw that in there, it is 4.5. Where are all my picks going? We're sending Kobe White in, but just know that, again, it is an alternate line over on DK for his rebounds. Oh, man, we're getting frustrated here. A lot of did this get bumped off again, or is it just Outliers out of date? Okay. Struggles I go through for the stream. Boom. Bang it. Boom. All right. I'm sending this. This is what we have so far, okay? Any sports book you guys want or whatever, you could follow it. But this is going to show all of the bets. So it'll look like this when you guys open it. You can kind of see all of the plays that we have right now. Again, we're looking to throw this, maybe add one more to it, but you guys can add it directly onto your bet slip here. And if you guys want to use the tool that I'm doing with all those trends and whatnot, I'll send that in. That is an absolute banger of a tool. That is called Outlier. And I'll put that in there as well. But again, we kind of want one more. We're not settling yet. We have 4 picks in there. I think we want one more. Un más. Let's see. Okay, so we have so far, yeah, good point. So we have Phoenix and Clippers, Utah and Bucks, Thunder and Wizards, Bulls, Hornets. We have, out of the games to choose from, we have the Celtics and then the Rockets game to look at, right? In terms of games we don't, and that's tomorrow, right? Pistons. So yeah, we have Celtics and Miami to look at right now. We can look at that Miami game. What do we like for Rockets and Heat here? Because again, the minute we put something like TY, we can look at Denny Avdija's let's see, first quarter assist just using outliers. You can see how cool the tool is, right? But we can't throw it in the parlay because, well, first quarter thing, we talked about that, right? But also it'll mess with our Chet one that we already locked in. So first quarter assists, right? He's hit this in 77% of games this year. OKC definitely slowing down the shooting guard, our small forward position, which is his starting position. Head-to-head, nothing this season. Last 10, though, he's hit it. I don't mind that. I mean, you're looking for 1 assist. It's super juiced. But, yeah. All right, let's see. Gunslinger says Jaime Jaquez Jr. PRA, and then FA says Jaime Jaquez over 15.5. All right, let's start with Jaime because we tried to look into him. He's just a little inconsistent, and we want to wait out. Did we get news on this? Kyle Lowry's still potentially not playing, but let's check it out. We already did look. I didn't love what I saw from him, but guys, things could have changed. What do we say? Points plus assists. So even this is saying injuries may impact playing time, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah. All right, PRA. JK, we don't do it. We want to get more and more into streaming, but we post videos every single day. Live stream when we can, trying to get like a confirmed, concrete schedule. So we'll work on that. But yeah. We do have an awesome community. You guys are absolutely the best. You don't hit the like button, right? You don't hit the like button all that much. I mean, we're looking at how many people are in the building right now. We got over 200 people in the stands and only 70 likes. There's one piece of criticism. Just kidding. But Jaime Jaquez here, over 23.5 PRA. This inconsistency is what I don't love. And like with Lowry, and he looks like he's gonna play, right? With Lowry, without one out of the 3, and then Lowry here doesn't change much because he's played most. Jaden brings up a good point. We're already looking at Sengun's under, right? All right, going through some of these, taking all these into account. Again, guys, we're doing a parlay here. I'll flash up. We're doing a parlay over on DraftKings. So if what you're throwing in the comments, we can look into it, right? But we already have a game from, or a play from the Suns Clippers, Jazz Bucks, Thunder Wizards, and Bulls Hornets on these legal sports books. If you go and put in another play, right? So we already have Kobe White's. If I put in Brandon Miller here, it's going to say, hey, you can't do that. We have something from a same game parlay, X, Y, and Z. So we got to think of something from a different game out of the 4 that we have. 6-game NBA slate. We need something from this game and or this game. Maybe we just do one pick from every game and see how we go because the odds are going to be crazy, right? We're already looking at plus 781. But we're looking at Celtics, Pacers, Rockets, and Miami. I think that's what it is. Okay, that's a good. Let's look into, this is coming in from Harry. That's a good call. You say that Jaylen Brown, so I guess we're going to jump back to the Celtics game. We're all over the place, but it's all good, guys. That's what we do. Jalen's assist here. What do we have? Because, again, we could take an alternate line. We already have, flashing back up this parlay, we already have some good odds at plus 781. Like, if we need to throw a couple locks in here, we could take some alternate lines, right? So, Jaylen Brown, this could be a good look, guys. Jaylen Brown over 3.5 assists. Tatum being out. That's some damn green. And we know the Pacers are going to allow plenty, right? Oh, so Harry, you found that with Outlier? Let's go. Nunya saying, dude is grinding. We always grind. Let's go. Brandon says, what's your honest opinion on the fantasy optimizers? We literally have the daily grind one up. I've been partnered with them so yeah, take it for what it's worth, right? Partnered with them, so obviously, like, I'll speak highly about them, but I don't partner with anyone that I don't use. So what's my opinion? Legit. We just hit, what was it, a week and a half ago, or maybe 2 weeks ago, 6 for 6 hockey slip, 20 to win 500. I'm not a very big hockey brain. I like the fantasy optimizers. I will say, you got to know what you're getting into. Like, we use this, and I like to, just for, I guess, the sake of my own fun, go research it again. Like, this is based on sportsbooks odds, positive EV betting. If that's something you're dead set against, then you're not going to like it, but I'm not dead set against that. I really do like the tool. So if you have fantasy optimizers out there, if it's daily grind, awesome, because I think that they're the best. But again, why wouldn't I be saying that? But I only want to partner with who I like the most. I do believe in these tools 100%. But you got to be willing to just trust that it's numbers based, which not everyone wants to do. Everyone wants to know that they kind of had something to do with their picks, which I have a little bit of that in me, obviously, too, right? But you got to understand that sometimes the last 5 and all this could be completely arbitrary compared to, well, sportsbooks, I've already taken that into account. But nonetheless, I'm not trying to go on a rant or sell you on anything. Daily Grind Fantasy, if you want to, you can use my code GuyBoston, 25% off. But I believe in the tools for sure. Let's see. Trying to get this. So, all right, wait. Almost lost track there. Good question, though. Really is a good question. All right, let's pull this one up because I think Jalen could be a good look there. I'm gonna ask the crowd. Guys, hit that like. What now? People, I think, don't hit the like button because it's like a shtick. You know what I mean? Over 200 people in here. 80 likes. All right, we got that poll running. That thing is Forrest Gumping right now. It doesn't have to be 3.5. It should have been. We should have put it, I guess, at. I might want to. We'll leave it at 3.5 because he's hit that. But we could also do what are his alternates here? 5+ and then over 2.5. I guess 3.5 is probably the only one that we got to look at, right? We'll let that bad boy run. Harry, found this through Outlier, which you found out about because of me. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm talking about, say I'm just talking about daily grind, right? Outlier, obviously another partner. It's like, I'm never, ever promoting something that I don't use, or that if I know someone watching went and spent money on the tool is going to be like, why the hell did I do this? Literally the opposite of my goal. No kidding, right? So it's like, I'm only going to promote something on this channel that I'm like, yeah, if you use this correctly, like, it's worth it. You know what I mean? Like, it just truly is. So shout out to you, Harry. Outlier's awesome. I think this Jalen one's going to make it, guys. So Ivan says maybe rebounds plus assists. We could check that out. I don't mind. And you say he's going to get doubled, which could lead to a lot of assists if we go just that. So let's see. Rebounds plus assists without JT. Damn, that's pretty legit. Okay, so we like Jalen. Now do we roll with, so assists is already locked in. All right. I'm gonna throw this in the poll. Which would we rather? Because I think that Jalen with rebounds could be sick. What do we think of that? Because that is a good, that adding those rebounds in there, like let's take a peek at this. The dude's already averaging 9.1 rebound chances per game. Tatum has been averaging 13.6. So you give even a quarter of that to Brown. I like that spot. We need this to be a combo stat, though. I don't like rebounds alone, but I like potentially having rebounds to back the assists. Let's see. Over assists looks like it may be winning here. We'll leave this one up. Should we go back to our trusted stopwatch here? 33 seconds. Shout out Larry Bird. Let's do it. Leaving this poll up. It looks like it's kind of, look at you guys look like you're right in line with my mindset. Over rebounds and assists is worth considering, but maybe a slight nod towards assists because it's that sole category. Wow, coming down to the wire here. Oh no. Oh my god, what a late swing. 50-50. All right, we got to leave. Let's go. Let's run another 30 seconds. Jesus. Did you guys did that? I swear to God, sometimes I think the chat is out to get me. It's like we have it all planned out and then all of a sudden literally a last swing on this one here. You got to love the electric poles though, right? You gotta. TJ, we can check that too. I just think Derek White's line is so inflated, you know? Wish it wasn't. I wish it, I really do. All right, what do we land at here? All right, rebounds plus assists is getting the nod. He's hit this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight. What if we went... What if we paid? Oh, man, we lost that Middleton number, too. That stinks. Let's see if we can get that back in a second. But, all right, Jaylen Brown combo. That was a tight pull. Actually, it's still going now, assists. You know what? That's back. That's too back and forth. This might bite us in the ass, but it's kind of only fair to be like, all right, well, if it's a split decision, we voted heavy on Jalen's over assists, right? So I don't want that to now be like well, here we're looking at that. So we'll leave Jalen's in there. We got to go get Chris Middleton back in this to some degree because now I don't like Middleton under 6.5, like which does open up a spot there. But Middleton, we took as a final play on our own. Oh, here it is. All right. We are going to, all right, 1,500, guys. We'll stay on for a little bit, talk a little bit more, but got to lock this in. Oh, that just moved. Accept odds changes. All right, we'll throw a little something on it just for fun here. 20 to win 315. All right, plus 1,400. All right, let's get this in here, right? So there is the parlay. We'll send this in the chat here, too. We can stay on and talk some more player props just for a little bit here. But, guys, pasting this, you can go check it out, see all of the legs that are included. Now let's just talk some, now we can just talk some player props. You guys have a little bit. We'll stay on probably 10, 15 more minutes. Wish I took a picture of that. Can I do it from here? It's probably a better move, right? All right, I'm going to put this in the chat too. Go hammer this one over on Twitter/X. Retweet, like it. Do your thing. Should we? I mean, I wanted to get the 5 before it bumped. We can keep something in here. Sengun, so if we want to look at Hawkins and I was going to say Hawkins and Reet. I do like Sengun's under in points. I already have that locked in as a final play here. I mean, we could add something more in, but again, 6 legs? This is what you guys did to me last time we built a slip, and I think it was a prize pick slip, but we went 5, and everyone's like, no, one more. And we ended up adding to it. We can add one more. Let's look at this. Let's look in this. It won't. I mean, we tweeted that out already. Do we need to add one more? Do we need to add one more? We don't. I don't think we have enough time. I'm only here for 10 more minutes. You let me know what you think. I don't think we need to add one more, but you know it is what it is. You guys tell me. I feel like, to be honest, probably is a good stopping point. But let's see. I know you guys are going to say that. I know you guys will say that, Jaden. I know Jaden will. You want me to do like a million picks if it's necessary, right? You say Bradley Beal over 18.5 points. I don't even know what to make of that Suns team as of right now. To be honest. Like, that sounds good. I don't hate it. I don't even know what to make of that Suns team as of right now. Just seems like not all three guys can always go off. And if they do, it's like, well, that's not totally predictable. It just seems really weird. We can still look at, guys, if you want to drop your, I think, all right, here's the deal. Decision maker, right? I got the ability to start and stop. That's the slip for today. Go ahead and throw some more player props in for the next 10 minutes or so. We'll just investigate and I'll give some Ev stamp of approvals on the play. So drop some player props in the comments if you guys are still sticking around, okay? Oh, yeah, that's funny. Let's see. But you know what? We'll start with that one, yo. We got Bradley Beal over 18.5, okay? Let's dig in. So we'll do this for a few more minutes. That is the final parlay, guys. I sent that in the actually, I should probably pin that, right? Probably makes it a little bit easier for people. All right, that's pinned now. Everyone can see that. Bradley Beal, 17.5 on some books here, right? So 18.5 is what we're looking at here, plus money. 4 straight. Bad game last game. This is like, maybe I do like a bounce back spot for him then. But it's not the easiest of matchups, but this, as everyone's going to say, the Paul George defense, he covers bigger guys better. Bradley Beal could be okay against him. But again, yeah, see, TJ says Kevin Durant's the only guy I'm touching. It's like, there's just too much inconsistency right now. Let's see, Meat says marking. I think you mean marking in 20 points. Let's see what marking in we're looking at here for what we got for him. 20 points. His line's going to be higher than that, no? 22.5. So 20 plus, like, yeah, why wouldn't you? Going up against, Milwaukee, who obviously is going to get a tough matchup when looking at this, right? Like, seeing that guy's alphabet name across from you isn't all that great. But Larry Markkanen's going to have the volume. Like, look at this. That's volume. I don't care if you're a 44% shooter, right? You can get near 20 points. I like that. I like that move, Gunslinger, the rebounds. I think Bam's going to have a good rebounding night. I don't think he has a great scoring night tonight. At least I don't think so. But I like him to get some boards. Zach, let's see. Josh Giddey, PRA. Yeah, we can check it out. I got you, man. Josh Giddey, looking at his PRA, you said, right? Let's see. So he's obviously going to have a great matchup playing against this JV team. Shooting guards, they're allowing plenty of rebounds, plenty of assists on the season. As of late, let's see, last 7 here against the shooting guards. Washington allowing the top maybe 15, top 12 or so points, top 6 rebounds, assists here, allowing top 10. So I don't mind those spots. Him from we want to see at least half of what we're going to get from these numbers, right? So these are his potential assists and potential rebounds. 5.9 potential assists. I would love to see a little bit more than that because that's telling me 3 assists tonight. and then 10 rebound chances. That's telling me 5 rebounds. So if we did the math here, his points line is 12.5. He needs 6 assists and, 6 rebounds essentially for this to be a lock. I don't mind this spot because Washington's so bad, but I would want a little bit more volume from him in terms of rebound chances and potential assists. John needs top. Dude, John, we just spent, how long have we been live for? We've been live for almost 2 hours. We've just talked about every pick in the damn book, and you need top 3 picks? Come on. We just been breaking down 1 million picks here. Let's see. Mershad, Tyler Hero, 20 plus, Bam with 10 plus rebounds. I don't mind that parlay whatsoever. Let's see. Liger, you don't have, what do you have? Like prize picks and stuff? Or do you even have that? That's the tough part. Like, even just to be honest, when we make videos on YouTube or this, it's like not everyone has the sports books, unfortunately, right? You know what I mean? That we're going through. It just kind of is what it is, but I feel for you because that does stink. I'm in Massachusetts and we just got pretty much everything, last year, and it's like, you know what I mean? It's awesome. Let's see. Sounds like they're playing Giannis and Middleton, like Dallas playing Luka and plays Luka with Middleton and Giannis the over. Yeah, I think that, so that line jumps from Middleton, right? It ends up jumping up to whatever it was, minus 160. Again, I still think that he could have a 6 assist game. That's a lot of assists. I think Middleton has a decent scoring night, though. I like Michigan. I think Michigan's just better than Washington, but I would say Washington's a little bit more exciting. This move. Let's see. Jay says, hope you're accurate. Dude, I hope I'm accurate too. Like, why would I be doing that? You know what I mean? Like, I hope the same thing, my man. It's actually on TikTok more than even YouTube. It's like, how confident are you in this pick? And it's like, I didn't just make a whole video, albeit TikTok video, but I didn't make a whole video to tell you that I like this pick if I think it stinks. You know what I mean? Like, no kidding, I'm confident. Until anything can happen. We're sports betting here. Like, if you have the right mindset about sports betting, you're not going to think you're going to go 100% or even 70%. Like, go 58%, go 55%, and you're in the clear. But appreciate everyone tuning into the streams tonight, guys. Pumping some crowd noise for yourself. There's a good luck cha-ching. I think we're going to close up shop here. Again, make sure to go comment over on the, vote on the YouTube community tab, because that's when I want to see, I guess, what we're looking at from a consistent streaming schedule. Okay, so go ahead and check that out, guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream. All right, appreciate everyone tuning in. Whew. Good stream. Catch you guys in the next one. All right.